Hello Aries, and welcome to this little corner of the internet that is Wild Fox Alchemy. If we haven't met before, my name is Maria Guyon and I'm an intuitive business success coach and tarot card reader amongst other things, and I'm here to do your monthly finance and business reading for November. Can you believe it? We're almost at the end of the year. How's this year gone for you, Aries? Please do let me know in the comments, because 2020 was a hell of a year, wasn't it? And I'm wondering whether this is a year that has been a good year for you, whether you've been able to prosper despite the fact that things have seemed so topsy-turvy, or if you've struggled, if you're in the mood for, sort of booting 2021 out the door as well and excited to start 2022 in the hopes that things will be better. Do let me know in the comments. I'd really love to know. Where do we start? We start with Dear Spirit, bring a gentle touch. This is in line with your money, okay? Now, this card is generally about being diplomatic, being very gentle when it comes to discussing things with people, when it comes to money. Now, this could be about you having conversations with staff members about money. It could be you having discussions with your partner about money. But this is a warning to be diplomatic about it, to not be aggressive is probably too strong a word, but not to be too upset or blunt, or to be, I don't know, it can be very difficult, can't it? If your business is struggling a little bit and somebody comes and says to you, I want a pay rise, it can almost be difficult not to say, just chuff off, I haven't got the money, I've got all these money problems, how the hell do you think I'm going to pay you any more money? Don't be like that, be diplomatic about it. I feel that perhaps there's also an element here of clients wanting to talk about money with you, maybe wanting reductions or discounts or something because they're struggling with hard times. This is a card that says don't be defensive or show any sort of sign of upset if people are doing this to you. It could be that you're being asked to barter more, to swap one product for another, all this sort of thing. Don't be quick to jump down somebody's throat about it. Be gentle about it, be kind about it. Remember that, circumstances change down the line, and it could be that, you don't want to alienate anybody with your attitude towards what's going on. Alright? It could also mean being diplomatic about any sort of debt repayments you might need to make. If you're struggling a little bit, Aries, then you need to be diplomatic. Don't hide your head in the sand. Go and make some arrangements as to how you can sort this situation out. Now, some of that is going to resonate with you and some of it won't. Leave whatever is not for you behind and don't worry about it. But yeah, it's about being diplomatic when it comes to your money, about having a gentle, compassionate attitude. But Spirit just wants to remind you that Deer are very sure-footed. They're very gentle, but they know where they're going and they know what they're doing and they are firmly on their path. So that's not to say you've got to be a soft touch, Aries. Nobody's saying you have to be a soft touch, just a gentle one. Where you need to focus your energy this week, money-wise, is on the 8 of Crystals, dedication and progress. This is about productivity. And I see a lot of mistakes. And I've made this mistake where I've gone out to chat on social media to try to make my brand visible, and then realised that when it comes to actually selling anything, I don't have enough products. It's actually a really common mistake, where people don't actually develop a product to sell. They don't have anything. They talk about it and they market this product that's not even made yet, and then they go, I'm not making any money. Why am I not making any money? Because the products are not there. Or they're there, but they're not actually available to buy yet, because you're spending so much time setting up shops and websites, etc., that, people aren't actually in a position to be able to buy anything from you because they just simply can't. So just watch out for that, is what Spirit is saying to me. Make sure that your products and services are easy to buy, that you can supply them easily and quickly. This is about you dedicating yourself to progression. It's about working on your craftsmanship and being productive and creating the things to sell. Okay, so your strengths, we've got transformation. That's the Death card. I think change is inevitable, and it is not something that we should ever be afraid of. Okay, but this is a major arcana card, which is about life lessons, and I feel like there is a change afoot here when it comes to your finances, and it's one that leads to liberation. It leads to financial freedom, is what I feel like. And I feel it's linked with this dedication and progress. I think you need to really get your head down. Whatever it is that you create, it matters, Aries. It matters to people. We're coming into a Christmas season now where, you know, it should be a frenzy of selling. If you don't make a product that you could sell for Christmas, can you sell gift cards for products at Christmas? Can you, I'm just being drawn back to the word transformation there, can you sell your coaching services or therapy services for the new year to create transformation in other people, transition for others? I feel like there's definitely a feeling here of you creating products and really getting them out there and capitalizing on the time of year where people are willing to buy things for others, or where they're starting to think about the end of the year and the start of a new year, and they want to change things. If you're into nutrition or health and fitness, or, you know, new starts, that sort of thing, then capitalize on it. Offer your services and products, get them out there, start marketing them. Possible obstacles, the Ten of Shells, blessings and well-being. Now this is a lovely card. This can be about a new start, ending old things and starting new things, but it is about a completion of emotions. It's about happiness and well-being, but it's in the position of being blocked. So something is blocking you reaching your full potential there. What is it? It's something that's emotional. That much I do know, because the shells represent your feelings, your intuition, that sort of thing. Now I feel like I think you're feeling a little bit down, and it could be that somebody else is causing you to feel a bit down. It could be that there's been a bit of conflict, a bit of argumentative stuff, and this I feel is linked to this bring a gentle touch. Maybe somebody is complaining at you about products and services, or about the prices that you charge. And I would say, don't let them force you into doing something ridiculous like lowering your prices, etc. Unless obviously you are being crazy and asking ridiculous amounts of money for something. But, you know, generally people don't. I tend to find that people undercharge rather than overcharge. So if you've got somebody that's demanding discounts on something that is probably already undervalued, then, you know, you can't let them win. So I do feel like it is connected to this bring a gentle touch. There is something here that needs a response from you. It's caused you stress, it's upsetting you, but you cannot go back to them in an upset manner. You've got to take all the emotion out of it, but do not let them block your happiness. Okay, it's just a blip. The rest of your world is wonderful. Can think about your blessings, what you have, and don't let this person bring you down. I know how hard it can be when somebody is nasty or critical or causes a ruckus or wants refunds, and they start stamping their feet about it and making an absolute fuss. It can be so demoralising and upsetting, but don't sink to their level. Be diplomatic. You know, you can offer them something in an attempt to shut them up. You know, if you feel like they need a refund or something like that because they're just causing such a hoo-ha, you know, sometimes we have to rise above it. And I know it might make you feel sick to your stomach to think, well, I'm going to give this person a bloody refund after all this shouting and shenanigans they've won. But if it protects the rest of your business, then sometimes you just have to suck it up, don't you? The outcome is the Ace of Shells. Happiness and abundance. Can't ask for better than that, really. This is a new way of being creative. It's you moving forward into something very new, feeling very happy, feeling very abundant. This money reading is quite a good reading, but I do feel like you've got some hiccups here, Aries. I do feel like there's some some niggle going on. Let me know what's going on. What are your experiences? Are you being hounded for somebody for being too expensive? Are you being, sort of hounded for refunds? Are people complaining, or, just being a general thorn in your side? Because, I think we all have our moments, and I think sometimes if we share our stories, it can help us get it off our chest. Maybe other people have some advice on how to move past it. Don't worry about your comments being held. I hold all comments for review because I get a lot of spam, and I get a lot of these weird scammers that are trying to ask for money from people for readings and saying that they're with me but they're not. The only way you can get a private reading with me is through my shop and through my coaching products and services. So don't pay money to anybody other than through my shop. If they ask you to provide money on WhatsApp or Facebook or whatever, that is not me. Okay, so let's move into this business side of the reading. We've got Sisterhood of the Rose, Beauty and Devotion, Priestess, Mystic and Teacher. It's a really beautiful card. The Sisterhood of the Rose, their work was to spread love and beauty all over the place. Now I'm going to have a look. There we go. The Sisterhood of the Rose is a lineage of priestesses and mystics who devoted their lives to serving humanity and seeding light consciousness all over the earth. A cross-section of ancient lineages, it is the path of devotion and beauty. Walking this path means being devoted to seeing and creating beauty wherever you go. The rose symbolises the heart and the sacred geometry of all life. You are being called now to notice the beauty around you, particularly in nature, and hear the whispers of Mother Earth. You are being called to spend more time in nature, as all the ancient secrets live there. Mother Earth is constantly whispering. Spend time admiring her creations, and you will be rewarded with insight and grace. You are being called to take a little more time to both notice the beauty that exists all around you and contribute to the beauty of the world in your own way too. This could be through your own creations, or in the little things like how you dress, to picking flowers for your home. Every time you devote your time to creating beauty, you harmonise the planet a little more, and the shift in vibration can be felt. The action on this is surround yourself with beauty and create beauty wherever you go. Do you make products, Aries? Let me know if you do, because I love beautiful products. Please put me a link in the comments if you've got products that you create that are beautiful. You can create beauty in anything. You can create a beautiful website that appeals. You can create beautiful photographs. You can create beautiful words. You can create beautiful food. There are so many ways in which you can create beauty on this planet. And so this is the message for you, that is what you need to be doing, to be really looking at how you can make the planet more beautiful. Where you need to focus your energy, we've got the Knight of Shells there, Charm and Passion, and he honestly fits so well with this Sisterhood of the Rose, because the Knight is a charming person. He's very connected to his feelings. He is passionate about life, about creating happiness and joy. He is such a lovely, lovely card. He is all about love. He's all about good news. He's all about helping you to follow your bliss. He is there to help you seize opportunities and bring your vision to life and to explore your passions. So I feel like if you're not already spreading this beauty around the planet, this is your call. This is your call to be bringing your passions to life. This card is a very attractive card. People are going to be very attracted to you. They're going to be charmed by you. The court cards can sometimes represent a person. It can be another person. It can be you. I feel this is you. I feel like whatever it is you do is attractive to people, that it spreads this beauty. And if it doesn't already, look at how you can change that. Your strength, the Seven of Acorns, determination and stamina. Now, this can be you feeling a little bit challenged. Sometimes it can be that you feel like you're shouting into the void a little bit. I wonder if what it is that you create, there's a lot of other people that create similar things. And I feel that you perhaps sometimes feel like you're fighting competition all the time. I also feel that this could tie in with this, in that there are some critics, there are some people that have been less than pleasant towards you and your business lately, but your strength has to be your determination and your stamina to keep going despite being challenged. Don't forget you've got this Ace of Shells waiting for you, this happiness and abundance if you persevere. Okay, I've got a fly in here and it's really annoying me. Sometimes I just ask them to leave, but this one is just not leaving. Anyway, your strength is definitely in your determination and stamina and your ability to keep moving forward despite whatever these people are saying and doing. There could be an element of these people being envious of you. I get the feeling that you are talented, you are gifted, you are doing something that perhaps they would like to do, but they don't have the guts to do it. So there's an element of envy there, where they feel like they should have what you've got. But you need to just keep moving forward. Remember this, bring a gentle touch. Have compassion for these people, because what they're doing isn't about you, it's about them and their internal feelings. Obstacles, strategy and resilience. Yes, the 5 of feathers there. It can be difficult. This is again a card of challenge, a card of feeling like there's no winners. You know, what I said here about if somebody's demanding refunds or, you know, making a proper arse of themselves, sometimes you just have to give them their money back and send them on their merry way, because you just can't win against these people. You will find all manner of weird and wackadoodle people on the internet. There are trolls, there are people who just take great pleasure in pissing people off. And you can't win. You know, they'll start an argument, they'll tell a blatant lie in the hope that it will encourage you to engage in some sort of horrible discussion with them. Don't do it. Just don't do it. Have this gentle touch where you go, thank you so much for your feedback. Oh, I've given you a refund, now move on, sort of attitude. Do not let them win. I do feel like there's this need for you to rise above it, Aries, this month. I think you're going to be a busy bee making things. There's a lot of creativity, there's a lot of beauty in this reading, but there is a lot of competition. I feel that sometimes, you know, you are critical of yourself, actually, thinking that you can't compete with other people, and maybe you're using harsh words on your own self, in which case speak nicely to yourself. Don't start being nasty towards yourself. You've got enough people out in the world that'll be nasty about you. Don't be nasty to your own self. You have to be your own best friend here. But you need to be resilient. Don't give up. Don't feel so challenged that it forces you into giving up, or, you know, into feeling bad about yourself. You don't need to feel bad about yourself. Like I said before, whatever is going on, it's about them, it's not about you. And then we finish on the 10 of Acorns with responsibility and dedication. Okay. Now, I find this card quite a heavy card, even though it's about ending a cycle. It's about really coming to the end of a cycle where you've dedicated yourself to everything, where maybe you've felt overloaded, maybe you've put extreme effort into doing things, maybe you've been doing a bit too much. And we've got dedication up here, dedication and progress, but then we've got this responsibility and dedication repeated here. It's quite a heavy energy there, Aries. And I feel like you're being warned not to take on too much, not to end up feeling overburdened. And I think whatever... I'm drawn to say, I'm getting a lot of messages here all at once, and it's quite difficult for me to kind of speak and process them all at the same time. There can be situations where somebody does something and you need to deal with it. But dealing with it can take a lot of your energy and resources. For example, my daughter discovered that another plush artist had been taking her patterns and claiming them as her own and not crediting my daughter for the work that she'd put in. She tried to resolve it very peacefully and say, would you mind just crediting me for, the pieces of the work that I've put into this? And it became apparent that this person has been making things using other people's patterns and intellectual property for a long time without crediting the people, and claiming that they'd made them themselves. And even to the point of selling patterns to factories, factory producing things without the rights to the property. But the problem was, these people decided that rather than just apologising or crediting or, doing the sensible thing, they decided to create what we politely called a shit show, where they just, honestly, it was ridiculous. I can't believe it. They actually lost a lot of fans and followers and customers through the way that they behaved. But what I'm getting at is the vibration that they put out was so negative. It was so awful and horrible. And even though my daughter was in the right and she took legal action, she got a legal representative to deal with this situation, the stress of it was hard on her. She struggled with it. It felt all encompassing. It felt like they were constantly emailing and making demands, and they would just be deliberately obtuse, crediting her in the wrong name on a site that she's not on, and all this sort of stuff, so that they could say, yes, we've credited, but actually it was not directing the people that were interested back to my daughter's products and services. And it was just so petty and ridiculous, but the stress levels and the energy level of it was just so low vibe, it was ridiculous. And it can feel, and I'm feeling this heaviness now, the resilience needed to deal with this stuff can be phenomenal. You really have to dig deep. You really have to dig deep to deal with these people. And, if somebody's constantly bombarding you with emails and shouting the odds and telling you how crap you are, etc., etc., it can be so hard. And you end up feeling this heaviness, this overload, this extreme effort of trying to fight everything. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to clarify this card, because it is about ending that sort of feeling. It's the 10 of Acorns. It's about ending that cycle of feeling like that. So I want to see what the tangible results of that are. Financially, we've got the Ace of Shells up there with happiness and abundance, and that's amazing on your money reading. We've got the 9 of Pentacles. Perfect. This is about security, abundance, self-sufficiency, independence, comfort, and luxury. You're going to end this cycle of feeling burdened by these people who are driving you crazy. My advice as an intuitive coach is this: get somebody else to deal with it on your behalf. As a creative person, this low vibe sort of energy can suck all your enthusiasm, inspiration and creativity right out of you. Don't allow it to happen. This is what, we've been talking about here. Don't allow other people to suck the energy out of you. You have to maintain a high vibe. If you're going to attract all the success and abundance you want, you don't want to be in the dolly doldrums. You need to be high vibe, positive, enthusiastic, inspired. So this is going to end, and I want you to focus on that, on the fact that it will end. But it can end a lot quicker if you get somebody else to deal with these emails or requests or demands or the trolling stuff. Get somebody else to look at your comments and delete them if they're just not sensible. This is what block and delete buttons are for. I love them, because you don't have to tolerate this sort of BS in your shop. If you were, I don't know, if you were Walmart and somebody was kicking off in Walmart, do you honestly think that they would leave that person to just keep kicking off, writing graffiti all over the walls, chucking stuff all over, threatening people with things, demanding money out of the till? What do you think would happen? Some security guard, some big beefy security guard would come and get that person and throw them out. That's how it goes. That's how it works. You don't let these people disrupt other customers or your business or your staff. Same principle online. If they're in your online space, kicking off, get a beefy security guard to get rid, to let them go. You don't owe them anything. Unless you've given them shitty service or a shitty product, and you know you have, in which case, fine, then reparations may need to be made. But other than that, they have no right to come in and disrupt everything in your business or anything else. That is what the block and delete buttons are for. Handle it diplomatically to start with, and if they still act like arseholes, get rid of them. Okay? There's no reason for you to put up with that sort of nonsense, and if you don't feel like you have the energy to do it, get somebody else to do it. I usually get my husband, because my husband is not emotionally involved in my business and it has no effect on him whatsoever. So he moderates comments, he looks at all the stuff that comes in, because, our subconscious mind is trained to focus on negative things. So you could have 1,000 positive comments, 1,000 positive testimonials. You get one person acting like the asshole, and that brings you down. And that even happens to Oprah, by the way. She will see one negative comment out of 1,000,000 positive comments, and that will be the one that plays on her mind all day, because that's how our minds are programmed to work. So the best thing to do is not to see them. Don't see them. Let somebody else deal with it. Let somebody else open your emails and check them out before you ever get to them. You can pay a VA to do it if you need to, or get a family member to do it who will just quietly delete this stuff and never pass on the information, because all it does is put you off your stride, and that is not what we want. We want the end of this cycle. We want this to go away, and we want to start experiencing this wonderful security and abundance and comfort that is in these cards here, that is waiting for you. So Aries, I hope you enjoyed this reading as much as I enjoyed making it for you. I'm sending you a giant hug if you're going through some of this nonsense, because, there's nothing worse. It is horrible. I hope that you can act on the energy of the cards and get through this, because this happiness and abundance are all waiting for you. Concentrate on spreading your beauty. Really focus on the high vibe stuff. Focus on the people that matter, the people that love what you do. And if you've enjoyed this message, please do like, subscribe, and share it with anybody that you think might benefit from it. I love it when people interact with my channel, and I would love to get my messages out to more people and help more people to build successful businesses. Because, when women heal, the world heals. When women are abundant, the world becomes abundant. Let's start changing things around here, guys. That's what we need to do. So, I'm going to go now. With love and magic always, this is Maria Guyan, signing out. See you next time, Aries.